For today's beading lesson, we're going to make adjustable charm bracelets. Take a look at these. They're so easy to make, and you'll just want to make a stack. And what makes them really special is, besides being adjustable that everyone can wear, you can also choose any type of charms that you want to personalize it. So I have some alphabet charms there. I use some initial letters and different motifs. I love the little lotus. There's the hand, and also, you can also use some phrases to make bangles like this one, where you actually connect a plate to the front. And this one is more of a standard traditional type of bangle that isn't adjustable. And I'll show you how to make both types. Now we're going to use the bracelet jig. And this is a special piece that allows you to work in the round. And you place the pegs inside to make different kinds of patterns. And it works really well for this particular kind of bracelet, but you can also use it to make other kinds of bracelets. And it gives you this round surface that you can also use to make other kinds of rounded wire components. So I'm just setting it up with my pegs, and then I also have some backers here to hold it into place. So what I did was left 3 spaces here and then went over 1 row so that the loops are going to be offset. Now I'm just going to take my wire and loop it around the jig. I'll hold it in place here, wrap it around, and then I'm actually going to turn the jig itself when I get to my next loop. So I'll wrap the wire all the way around and bring it between. You want your wires to be parallel between the 2 pegs. Then I'm turning the jig so that I can make my second loop. And now I have my basic structure of the bracelet. And this is using 16 gauge wire, and you can use any type of wire that will hold its shape when you're working. So you could use 12, 14, you can also use a thicker type of wire that's not copper. So you might use a German style wire or some other type of metal. You can also use this brass, gives it a really nice look too. So you want to trim your loops. And then what you're going to do is take your piece, you might need to size it again. You can also use something smaller here, like if you have a lint roller, glue bottle, any kind of thing to bring your size down if you want to. Make it a little bit more smaller and also a little bit more circular as you're working with it. Then what you're going to do is take your pliers and turn your loops at a 90-degree angle. Just want to turn it in like this, and on both ends. You're going to turn your other loop in. Then you're going to hook one over the other wire and then close it up with your pliers by just bending that shut. You kind of stand it up there. Then you're going to bring your other wire, but first go ahead and add your charms. So you're going to add some things that have if you're giving this as a gift or for yourself, pick your own letter or some really pretty little motif. And these are some lead-free pewter charms that I'm using here. Then you're going to bring your loop back over the edge, and you're kind of work hardening the metal as you work. So you can also tap this with a hammer on a bracelet mandrel if you want to, but now you have your adjustable charm bracelet. Now another idea is that you can take your jig and place some pegs that are close to where you're going to, if you wanted to use a tag like this that has holes, then line it up pretty close to where your holes are going to be, and then make some loops with your wire. So this one, you're going to make your loop again, and then bring it all the way around your bracelet form. And we're going to turn this around and then trim these ends. And this one, we're going to go ahead and remove it. And I also have my bail making pliers handy so that I can make my loops bigger if I need to. So for this one, we'll trim it and then place it through our tag. And you can again use your bracelet form to form it around. Now, what you'll do next is open up your loops enough using your bail making pliers or some round nose pliers that you can slide the tag over the loop. And then you want to leave that one, the other one, open while you close this one with your pliers, just maintaining that shape that you created with your loop. And then you can slide the other side through the same way, but you might need to open this one up a little bit. So we'll just fold that one open with our pliers and then bend it over the end and then loop it back. All right, so there's your bangle. And so you can create a single size bangle or your adjustable bangle and add your own charms and just make it completely your own.